man is John Huston. Starring Clark Gable, the brilliant star of Suddenly Last Summer, Montgomery Clift, the screen's most exciting woman, Marilyn Monroe.
The photograph was taken in 1960, and I was photographing special pictures for the promotion of the Misfits. I was on the film for 4 months. It was a film written specially for Marilyn by her husband, Arthur Miller. There were too many undercurrents of personal things. The Miller marriage was breaking up at the time. Marilyn had been just dancing on a film for 6 months, and she was exhausted. She was sadly in a very bad state of mind. Twice she took an overdose of sleeping tablets. It was not an attempted suicide, we thought. It was simply forgetfulness and fatigue and fear about whether or not she could do the film properly. Lines were very, very hard for her. She would rehearse and rehearse and rehearse and go over and over and over. And even then, there would have to be many takes, particularly in this film where she was very unhappy. I think it's one of my favorite photographs because she's not aware of the camera. She doesn't care about me. She cares about her lines. She cares about what she has to say, about what she has to do. And I like the darkness of the sky and the whiteness of the desert.
Hon var hela Amerikas drömkvinna, Marilyn Monroe, en av århundradets mest fotograferade personer. 16-åriga Norma Jean poserar först som pinuppa, sen som fotomodell och upptäcks slutligen av filmbolaget 20th Century Fox. Hon satsar hårt och lyckas. Efter filmen Herrar föredrar blondiner blir den sensuella, välsvarvade unga kvinnan Hollywoods främsta sexsymbol. En image som hon får dras med hela livet. Hon bjuder gärna på sig själv för att höja stridsmoralen bland de amerikanska soldaterna i Korea. Men hennes privatliv är kaotiskt. Hon gifter sig, skiljer sig och har många misslyckade förhållanden. Hon lämnar Hollywood för New York och gifter sig med författaren Arthur Miller. Det blir ännu ett misslyckande och hon tappar fotfästet. Hon dör 1962 och blir genast en legend. På fotoagenturen Magnum är Eve Arnold ett stort namn i början av 50-talet. Marilyn är fortfarande relativt okänd när hon söker upp Arnold, men hon anar att de rätta bilderna kan göra henne till stjärna. De två finner varandra och under 10 år tar Arnold tusentals bilder av Marilyn. Deras yrkesmässiga förhållande är det allra bästa.
Marilyn adored the still camera. She hated the motion picture camera. With a motion picture camera, she had to go through all the makeup and the preparation and learn the lines and be on time and listen to somebody else tell her what to do. Whereas in the still session, she was in control. She much preferred the still camera. The still camera was her métier. Still camera was her toy. It was her way of presenting herself. She knew how to open her eyes to some degree and how that would work. She knew how to move her hands. She knew how to push her hair back. She knew how to make these peculiar moves with the mouth to make her look sexy. She was absolutely remarkable in how to manipulate not only the camera but the photographer. She liked the photograph that she felt she liked because she was in isolation. So she had no awareness of what she looked like when she was concentrating, when she was working. So she liked that idea of herself as a working woman. It must have taken me 20 years before I saw The Misfits, the film. But the pictures on the screen of my mind are very large. And I think of her frequently and with affection. You know, she's part of my life. She's like part of my family. She's part of my thought. And I have great respect I didn't find her a stupid bubblehead the way she was projected by a lot of people. When she's holding her hands up to her face, and it looks as though she's doing this, calling out, "Come and help me." To me, the main message is sort of a cry for help. It's saying, "Come and help me, I'm in trouble."